So, what is going on, everybody? Mr. Soul of a Man 504, aka Demond Alvarez, coming at you live. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, ladies and gentlemen. So, today we are going straight into it. So, today we are talking about you reap what you sow. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that is right. Your good friend, Mr. Soul of a Man 504, is here to say, you reap what you sow. So, you have to be efficient in what you do. You have to know, that you have to be able to control your narrative. This is your story that you're telling, but you have to be very careful. You have to be very careful in the story that you're telling, because the energy that you put out there, that's the same energy that you're naturally that's the same energy that you're naturally going to get back out. And if you're putting out a lot of mess and you're talking about, other people and blah, 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 and you're doing the same thing that they're doing, it's going to come back to you. And, they say stuff always rolls. They say it rolls uphill, but eventually it's going to come back down. And when you know what hits the fan, it's going to be all over you. And people are going to be able to smell it. And it is really going to stink very, very, very bad. So, you have to be graceful and strong in your movements and your actions. And, you have to just be able to catch you have to be able to catch your own wave. And you have to know that your talents and everything that you have is going to be enough to propel you to where you're going. Be careful of looking into the mirror and trying to see other people's reflection and not your own, because we have our own journey, we have our own destiny out here. And it's cool to look at other folks and maybe add, especially if you say, okay, well, they're great at what they do, and that's cool. I've done that too, to try to learn and grow, within myself. But I honestly, in a positive way, but when you're looking at other people and you're putting them up here, I always say there's no perfection in humanity, no matter what. I don't care. Yeah. So yeah, it's interesting. I don't, I don't care how you try to slice that, but it's just no perfection in humanity. And your journey is, I might sound like a broken word, but your journey is your own. That's just what that is. It is a time and a space. You're working on it. You're doing your own thing. You see the right people, not just the right people, but the righteous people. You don't have to bend to society's means and go and jump into the mess like other like other folks. I don't like mentioning people's names because they're not paying me to do this. So but it's very important that that you, whatever it is that you're putting into your garden, you want to see that blossom. You're not you're not this isn't a time to be envious of anybody else, because you've got too much else going on, and be wary of folks that want you to come and save them, but they won't even do the same for you. I mean, wouldn't even spit if you were on fire. That's the type of energy that that some of us have to deal with out here. So be careful of whose banner you pick up, and be careful of who you go and fight for, because when your back is up against the wall and you need them, they're nowhere to be found. So just be mindful of that. And a lot of you are you're marchers to the beat of your own drum. So be mindful of your rhythm. Be mindful how you're moving. Be mindful of your growth. Be mindful of how you're talking, what you're saying. I feel like your powers of divination are really growing. What you're speaking is coming in very, very, very fast. So just just be mindful of that. Be mindful of not having that same old mindset. Let it grow. That whatever that was, you got to let that go. But let your mindset grow. Let your intensity grow. This is how you pull that in a the journey, in the battle of, there's life on the other side and there's you. And it's like you're pulling that rope to get to where you're trying to get to, and you're getting stronger and you're getting better and you're getting to certain points. So just be mindful of your growth. And also how you're learning, how you're taking in information. You're at you're at a point where, again, your growth is substantial. Always, pay attention to the frequencies. Look at it always says, lean not to thine own understanding. You're not going to understand everything. You're not going to be able to, just prepare the best you can. And I'm honored to say that everything else will be taken care of, in due time. So just kind of, just kind of watch that. Just have a sense of yourself, who you are. Know that people are human, no matter how many degrees they have, no matter, how high you think they are in life. And, we all like, oh man, I want to be like this person. I want to be like that person. But, I want to be like the first me, like for real. If I could combine, look at different aspects of stuff and just, cause I have different gifts that I want to put out there, and so do you. So you might not just want to invest in the stock market. You may want to do real estate. You may want to, invest in yourself, in your own business. You may want to, you may have a kid or, a nephew or whoever, you may want to do something with them. You may want to start a nonprofit. So, it's just really, it's just really about you not holding yourself back. Like for real, this isn't the time, to hold yourself back, because we're moving forward with everything, and a lot of us have these great expectations, so it's like being able to see beyond your situation, going beyond your wildest dreams, your wildest expectations. Planting your feet in the ground and seeing these great and amazing and wonderful things come to pass, like, right before your eyes, just like, so let me see, how can I put this? Okay. So last year, 2020, you saw almost, all of those things that happened in 1 year would normally happen probably in the span of a decade, but it was condensed. So all of those great things that you want, like that you might say, man, I'll probably never see this in a lifetime. You're going to see those things in a lifetime, like but more for yourself. So just saying that it's going to be more condensed and more impactful in your life. So, it's just time, it's just, there is no going back to yesterday to what it was, to the good, I don't know. That was cool when you were younger, but, a lot of us, we're grown now, so we're trying to do grown folk stuff. So we're going into our higher selves. We're looking into our higher power. We're praying, we're praying for greater things now. So everything is being uplifted, to better in higher degrees. And also, it's really time for you to honor yourself. A lot of us don't stop and smell the roses. A lot of us, we do not stop. And I might just be talking to one person. That's okay. But, a lot of us do not stop and smell the roses. We are in so much of a hurry. I don't know. Y'all are so gifted, and y'all are in so much of a hurry to go It's like, man, I gotta, it's good to push yourself. Don't get me wrong. I have to push myself. I feel like I'm in a city that's not creative. Yeah, I just feel that, and when I was in New Orleans, I would write more. I feel like I was more creative, but although, I've done some things, books and all of that stuff, but, I just felt like, I was just, in more of a creative space there, but here I have to push myself more, and I'm not saying like to be that hard on yourself, but I just said to thine own self be true. So it is important that you live in your truth right now. It is important that you don't second guess yourself, that that you are, like me, that song Mary J. Blige said, she said, real love, I'm searching for that real love. And a lot of you have that love, within yourself. You got a lot of that spiritual love. So one way or another, you got love, even, some of you, some people jump into a relationship and they find out like, man, they want something that other people have, and you get it and you're like, this isn't what I really thought it was going to be. Then you get yourself out of it, and you move on. So, what I'm saying is to just find your own path, follow your own path, follow your own dreams, follow your own destiny. And just take that, just take that and let it manifest, within itself, because you are, you're strong, you're powerful, you're adored, you are magical, and in your own, in your own way, you're blessed, and you're blessed, in your own way. Again, sometimes the grass isn't greener on the other side, because sometimes people look at what other people have and are like, man, I wish I could have, and they get it, and it's like, it's not all, taking point like a man or a woman, and they see somebody with somebody else, and they go and get that person, and they're ready to pack them back up and ship them back to, wherever they came from. Because, a lot of stuff, a lot of things look good on the inside, but, it's like a car, but you open up the engine. It's like, if you want this, you want that Mercedes, you get that Mercedes. The Mercedes breaks down. You have to pay those Mercedes prices. You got to be patient, and you got to wait for that part to come in from Germany. And, they give you the bill, and that bill is bigger. It's probably 4 or 5 times than your car note itself. And you're like, what on earth did I get myself in? But maybe at that point you'll be able to afford it. Never know. But I'm just saying that, water your grass. Make sure your lawn is taken care of first. And it's good to talk to people, that's been there, done that, read the books, and get yourself as prepared as possible. But just saying, don't be envious and jealous of people, because, they've got a big platform, or they might have a nice looking this or a nice looking that, but, you overlook yourself, and you overlook you overlook the great things that you have in your life. So just remember sometimes we got to retreat, and we have to recharge, and don't get overwhelmed, in the process, as you're moving along. But to bring it back around, you reap what you sow. So whatever energy that you're putting out there, that's what you're going to get back in return. And investments in life, and with family, with your children, you deserve greatness. If you're putting in that work, and you have that amazing mindset and a great heart, you do deserve the best, out of this. But yeah, all right, folks, don't forget to book your readings. Don't forget to buy, don't forget to get your candles at www.tjinspires.com. All of your holistic needs, your wax melts, candles, bath bombs if you're into relaxation. www.tjinspires.com is your place to be. Also, you can check out my website. Let me get away. soulofaman504.com. Get all of my books and, all of that good stuff. But, remember, we're moving up. It's just, like that old, like the Jeffersons, we're moving on up to the east side, to that deluxe apartment in the sky. Y'all know what I mean, But anyway, shout out to George Jefferson. But yeah, man. But all right, folks. But as always, Mr. Soul of a Man 504, aka Demond Alvarez. As always, folks. Now, peace. Peace.